So what is homework?
To prepare audio material for summary.
Good job. So let's watch this video and we'll try to give your opinion. Okay, time by time I will stop. So if it's visible, let's watch this video. Okay. So
Okay.
let me just do this one. Okay, it was the first video, the first girl to watch, right? And I want to give your opinion, I want to take your opinion. So, what about the first student? So, can you give your assessment to the first lady?
May I, teacher?
Of course, yes, you may start.
I marked the first pupil. She's a girl, and I marked this girl with 5. That's why I should mention it that the first pupil's speech is very good, and her fluency is satisfied to me. So in addition to this, her pronunciation is also good, and her vocabulary part is rich. If I speak about accuracy, it has some mistakes, but it is her communication is very excellent. I liked it because while she's speaking, she smiled.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll move to the second video. Let's watch a little, and I will just give your ideas.
Okay. Can I do the second one? Can I say?
So 1 minute. Let's make this do. So, and the second one, who will give his ideas? Mustafa, are you ready to give the second to the second lady? So your ideas, your assessment.
Yes, of course. I put this girl 3 because she looks like a bit embarrassing girl. She made lots of repetition. She repeats the question which given by examiner and a bit strange answers you saw. She said, I don't like any actor or actress, but then he say, I like Robert Brown, Angelina Jolie, and she made lots of grammar mistakes.
Good job. Yeah, firstly he said that I don't like the actors and actresses, but she said that opposite ideas, right?
Right.
Okay, good. And move to the third one. So third lady, it was. What did she talk about the third lady?
Style. About style.
Yes. So let me just see this girl. What is your appearance? Third lady.
Casual.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And based on this patient, who will give your idea? So, dears? Fayaz, would you like?
Yes. For the last one?
Yes. For the third lady.
Third lady?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. I marked this pupil 4.
Good. What about you, Mustafa?
Me as well, 4.
Good job. And now we'll watch the last lady, last boy. So, and we'll just try to evaluate him.
Okay.
So, if you could remember this boy, this boy talking about what?
About
Foods.
Food, right. So, and your total assessment for this boy?
Can I, teacher?
Yes?
My mark is for him.
Thank you very
Minus
much.
3.
It was 3, but Zafar, can you give the clarification for this one?
Yes, I put 3 because he hadn't a good pronunciation, as you saw, and pronounces some words incorrectly, and some of the answers are rude.
Okay,
So
thank you
I
very
put
much.
3.
Good job. And today we'll try to cover the next topic. Thank you very much for your discussions and your remarks for the ladies and boys. So for intermediate speaking skills, this it was. So and today we'll continue with a new topic. So it is types of language assessment. So is it visible to you, students?
Yes, it's visible.
Good. And what about this one? Is it visible?
Yes, visible, teacher.
Good job. Let's start in this case. So, types of language assessment. So, what kind of tests do you know? Can you just tell me that some type of tests? TOEFL. What else?
TOEFL, IELTS,
Good.
SAFER.
CFR, good job. And we'll see that what kind of tests are they. So, testing language is measurement of person's ability to use a language in some way. So, Stern says that if the ultimate objective of language teaching is effective language learning, then our main concern must be the learning outcome. So, you see that we will test the students in order to measure. You see that measure like frame, right? So, you will learn this one. And let's see the types of this one. So, types of this language tests, they are this one. So, do you know any of this one? So, what about achievement? What about close diagnostic? If these phrases are really new for you, let me explain in this case. We'll start from the achievement test. What is an achievement test? Achievement tests, usually, they are summative tests. And they will measure how much of the language of someone has learned in a particular course or study of this program. So, the test has two fold objectives. Number one, it is to help the teachers to judge the success of their training. And the second one, to identify the weakness of their learners. So, usually achievement test at the end of the course. Did they achieve the course? Did they cover the topic or not? So, and we have this kind of tests at the end of the semesters. Usually, when you just finish one semester, let's say that TIS, reading, writing, or listening and speaking lessons, at the end of this course, let's say that 60 hours, you have achievement test. And it's at that time, it will be that, did you achieve the test or not? Could you understand what is it? Could you understand?
Yes, of course.
Good. And second one is closed test. Closed test usually consists of set of techniques for measure. For example, reading comprehension. Every fifth word may be removed. Let's say that the reader must read then the passage and try to guess the missing word. So let me just see that one example here. So the reader must then read the passage and try to guess the missing words. For example, a closed test looks like. You see, this is one example for a closed test. Closed test usually has some brackets, and the students who is taking this test will need to fill these gaps. It's one example for a closed test. And another type is diagnostic test. What does it mean, diagnostic test? It means that diagnose some particular language aspects. For example, you have aspects, pronunciation, vocabulary, grammar, speaking, listening, right? The purpose should determine one part of the language linguistic aspect. For example, let's say today we will just try to test your speaking skill. Today we will have a test, diagnostic test, pronunciation skills. And like with the help of this one, usually difficult of the learners will be defined. Let's say the pronunciation and diagnostic test will have, and we'll say that in which part will have the weak parts of the students. And let's say this diagnostic test, what is it? So diagnostic language tests have threefold objective. Number one is to provide learners with a way to start learning with their own personal learning. Second one, to provide learners with a way to test their knowledge of the language. And third one, to provide learners with better information about their strengths and weaknesses. Diagnostic with Uzbek translation, diagnostic. So it means that you will try to know that how your students have strengths and weaknesses. Let's say one student is really active and he has good speaking skill, but he doesn't have writing skill. So diagnose each aspect of the language, linguistic, and you will know that. So from which point your students have good marks and from which one weak parts. So it means that your students' strengths and weaknesses you can easily provide, they clarify. So decreed point test, this is called a decreed test. So let me just see what is it. 1 minute. So it says that language tests that measure knowledge of individual language items such as grammar, different section tests, adverbs, and preposition. So let's say I'm a grammar teacher and I'm having discrete point tests. Today we'll have only prepositions. It means that you'll take one language aspect and discrete point tests usually have the really narrow aspects of this grammar as well. And I will say, tomorrow be ready with adverbs because you will have discrete point tests. And tomorrow you will be ready with adverbs only, not tense, not prepositions. Okay? So the next one it is language aptitude test. What does it mean, this one? So hybrid concept part of it is like a psychological and it will have the learning language. So we will see that what kind of abilities we'll measure. Sound coding ability, grammar coding ability, inductive learning ability, memorization of this one, right? So placement tests, so usually original design to place learners at a proper level. So it's not linked to any particular course and instruction. Most English language professors base their testing items on high frequency, count vocabulary, and general basic tests. And next one, progress test. Usually you will have one course, one unit, and one term. For example, you are just participating in the IELTS courses, and you will have that units. So this time you'll have one unit, and you will have progress test. Did you achieve good results in this unit? Or let's say pre-intermediate course, and you are going to upper intermediate one, and you will have progress test because you finished this one. So like this, you will have. And TOEFL test is the test of English as a foreign language, or in TOEFL for short, it's large-scale language assessment. So TOEFL, it means that test of English as a foreign language, or TOEFL for short. So, have you understood what I explained?
Yes, teacher.
Good job. And now let me give, in this case, homework based on this one. So, what you have here, you will take one of this type of this essay. Is it visible here? So type of essay, any type of essay you will have, you will click here and you will say that advantages and disadvantages of taking this test, and in which part it is appropriate to have this one. So we will do like this. You will send to me video or PPT of one type of test. It can be achievement test, it can be closed test, it can be diagnostic test. So out of this one, you will take one of them. And you will learn this one. You will make PPT. And in your PPTs, you need to have pluses and minuses of having this test. And when you come next week, when we start our offline classes, in the classroom, one by one, you will just have this PPTs, and you will just defend one type of essay in the testing. So is it clear?
Yes, I have a question.
Yes, sure.
Questions over them?
It's me.
Usually you provide questions. Shahzada, questions? Questions?
Hi, teacher.
Do you have questions based on today's topic?
Yes.
And homework?
Yes.
Do you have questions?
You mean we should add disadvantage and advantage of this type of tests?
Yes. And how you will tell? With the help of PPT slides. You will learn. You will just make the material, collect the material, and you will put it here, and you will say that pluses and minuses, effective ways, and way it is in proper levels. Oh, to what level is it good to take this kind of test? All the ideas that you want to say, you will show this one in your PPT.
Can you give our own opinion?
Of course you can add, but still it should be this really linguistic way. Language testing, from the point of language testing. Of course, in the concluding part, you will just express your own ideas. So, out of this one, there it is. Out of this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you are going to take one of them. And taking this one, you will include what is it. And if the PPT is not so understandable, I will send 2 videos. In a simple way also, some type of the language tests are described here. Okay, they are explained with some simple examples, and they will provide more understandable speech as well. I will send 2 videos based on this topic. Is it clear?
Yes, it's clear.
Yes.
Thank you very much. On Monday, we'll meet with stylistics, and on the next Thursday, we are going to continue our TIS lessons. Okay?
Okay,
Thank you
teacher.
very much. So, see you, goodbye.